Sasquatchers, and this is Paranormal News on the Sasquatchers Podcast Network. Tonight, we're going to talk about some of the turmoil and infighting that is plaguing the paranormal community. If you're like me, you spend a lot of time scrolling the web for paranormal and cryptid news, in which case you have surely seen a rise in paranormal TikTok and paranormal influencers. These groups sacrifice facts for clickbait and likes. Gotta get those likes. Smash that like button. Bend that like button over and rape it like it's Burt Reynolds. What happens once you're done doing unspeakable things to that like button? Is any research shared? Has any data been provided? No. You have fed an algorithm of misinformation in the case of TikTokers and whatever the hell this is when it is an influencer. There's so much sugar and spice in those photos. I need to check my blood sugar. Quick, toss me my insulin. But what does this have to do with the paranormal? Nothing. But the internet is inundated with paranormal pages just like this one. Influencers are everywhere in all forms of content, but if I wanted to be under their spell, I would follow the Coachella Instagram. I'm not looking for girls in filters. I'm looking for ghosts and aliens and Bigfoot. Filters optional. And when the influencers aren't stinking up the joint, we have the dangers of AI being posted every second of the day. The paranormal community are the ones who should be on alert for fake photos and hoaxes. But our grandmas all keep posting photos like these. We should be worried about singularity or our jobs being taken by AI. Not if this Bigfoot is AI generated. But that is the biggest underlying problem that TikTokers and influencers take advantage of. Everyone in this community is just so fucking gullible now. We take every story as fact, and if you call Bigfoot a flesh and blood creature, well, you're taken behind the shed and beaten to death with the 8mm film can that Patterson and Gimlin used when filming Patty. Asking for proof has made you an asshole, and disbelief in the unbelievable is just so unacceptable. It's time we all got back to some common ground and accept the fact that we need data and research and proof to move this community forward. Continuing with the theme, it's time to address the uptick in paranormal monetization and the dangers it presents. We have talked about TikTok hoaxers, but what about YouTube superstars? It's 2024 and everyone thinks they can be the next Mr. Beast, and they are willing to go to any length to accomplish this. Cultivating a following is easier than it looks when allowing super chats. Super chats give the audience a way to donate money to the creators. On the surface, it's a wholesome transaction, but if you look closer, it's much more sinister on both ends. Creators have brainwashed their followers to think that they are a part of the show. By highlighting a super chat, the donor feels like a part of the show and then continues to throw away money on more super chats. It's the cam girl method of brainwash. Many of these creators take super chats during shows with bigger names as guests who are there to promote their next book or show. They have to be interrupted every time a super chat is made because you have to feed the Hydra. When the show is over, their guests move on without any compensation, even though their name was used to sell the stream. Donations do begin to dry up, and that's when the big guns come out. The infighting and the drama allows for super chat followers to feel that they are more than part of a show they're part of a war. There are Facebook groups and subreddits dedicated to these shows going to war with each other. So the point that the paranormal shows need to have jerseys with numbers on them so we can see who is on whose side. It's like Israel versus Hamas. Who's the baby face? Should we get a Ouija board and summon this guy to solve the problem? But in order to continue the pyramid scheme, you have to create a dedicated following who are willing to spend their money to fund your camping trips that you pretend for research purposes. Documentary filmmakers are famous for this. Their supposed research is locked behind paywalls that the rabid soldiers will gladly pay, but no data or research is provided to the community. That, my friends, is how the scientific method works. You hypothesize, you experiment, and then you provide your results for peer review. The reason this isn't happening in the paranormal community anymore is because a bunch of carnies have taken advantage of their marks for financial gain. They are selling snake oil to everyone. Doubters and debunkers have existed in the paranormal community since day one. People who I idolize, like Houdini, Penn and Teller, who literally have a show that calls my love of this community bullshit. All they ever asked for was proof, data, results. That's all it takes to shut the skeptics up, and no one is providing it. Look, I know the temptation to lock my stuff behind a paywall and get some of that sweet, sweet dough. I even created a NewsWatchers brand of snake oil. It's great for my glaucoma. What I'm saying is, you all should be more like the Warrens. They would never take advantage of someone for financial gain at the expense of proof of the paranormal. But these creators rely on the conspiracy that I am out to get them by pointing this out. Come on, man. Conspiracies haven't been fun since 2016, and in fact are outright dangerous. Trust me, I reminisce about simpler times when conspiracies were just about the Kennedy family being murdered. But conspiracies have become another tool to force an agenda on the marks and squeeze out donations. People want to be the next Alex Jones, but Alex Jones and his followers are pieces of shit and famous for selling snake oil and false claims. The paranormal community was a lot of fun when we all dunked on Zach Baggot. Just look at him! He has such a punchable face! But over the years, he has become a hero of worship. Why? Because he's on TV? Ask this guy what it's like working for the guy who fistfights ghosts. The paranormal community has been ruined, and I have loved the paranormal community my whole life. At least I can have solace knowing that no pieces of shit can ruin other things that I've loved for 30 years, like wrestling. Come on! Well, I will always have that 70s show. Come on! I'm almost out of water here. Nickelodeon? God damn it! Okay, so there are pieces of shit in every community. We should be able to rely on a semblance of hope that not everyone is an evildoer. some credible researchers still exist. What I have learned about the paranormal community is that it's competitive and fickle. There are unwritten rules not dissimilar to staying out of a limo with Harvey Weinstein or not taking a drink from Cosby. The fact of the matter is, these rules shouldn't exist, and the people the rules are about should be ousted from the community. They know who they are, and they will send their minions after me the moment this airs. However, unlike these people, I don't sell snake oil. They can chase away subscribers, but they can't chase away money because this isn't my business. It's a hobby. You will never chase away the truth because, unlike you're begging for donations from your followers and super chatters, the truth needs no motivation.